Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the May 21st regular meeting of Walpole Select Board. It's now 7 o'clock, the posted time of our meeting, and so I call the meeting to order. As we always do, let's stand and recite the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. So yesterday was the annual town election, and so our primary purpose for meeting tonight is to reorganize the board. Before we get there, though, I want to just have some brief dialogue about the election. First of all, I want to congratulate everyone who participated in the election. It's wonderful to see the candidates and the interest in running for office here in town. Also want to congratulate those who won, because it's a long road to get here, and good to be out there, and nice to see the winners win. Mary, specifically want to welcome back Ally and Ben to the board. Both returned, by wide margins in their races, so really appreciate seeing you guys back here. I did ask our town clerk, Liz Gaffey, to join us for just a couple minutes today and just step us through kind of the election and any points she wants to make about the process. So Liz, if you want to come on up. My own observation is, as usual, you and your team, and I know there are people beyond that, but all the poll workers and so forth did a wonderful job. So let me turn it over to you, and you can fill us in.
Good evening. Thank you. It was the first time we've had it on a Tuesday, which was like 3 weeks earlier than we've had it before. So I feel like it was a little bit different, but people were used to it. We had a slow turnout most of the day, and then from 5 o'clock on is where we really powered through, and the turnout turned even better because we were at a 4%. So we finished at an 8%, 8.4 this time. I feel like it was well advertised. I think the signs were out there. I liked the whole candidates night. I feel like everybody was on board with it. We also plugged it in quite a few places between the electronic signs. I did ask Walpole Media to have that running underneath for them because it is a new date. We've never done it on a Tuesday. I feel like it wasn't a bad turnout for a Tuesday for us, and I think it's just a matter of them getting used to it. The hours were the same, which I think gave them what they needed. Even with the schools open in the two places, I feel like that didn't hinder us too much for the turnout. It was a little better last year, but that's because it was a state election year. We started off with a March primary, so the state sends out postcards asking you if you want to vote all elections by mail. So with that is a better draw. But that was 11%, because a lot of the ones that we did mail out didn't get returned, where this year what we mailed out, 100% of them basically came back. We were at 90%, so it was well worth that. Nobody seemed to not know, and the polling locations were the same. And we staffed it, and everybody was very comfortable there. It did receive well there. I know there's some that think it wasn't as well advertised, but we did plug it at town meeting, and the information was out there on the website constantly, including news and announcements on the front page, just so that everybody would be made well aware of it.
Great. Well, thank you for that update. And again, thank you to you and your team for a wonderful job. It's not an easy thing to run an election, and you make it look simple, so really appreciate what you do, Liz.
Thank you.
Can you open up to the board for any comments? Anyone?
I thought it was great. It was, it seemed to go very smoothly, and, thank all your entire team.
And it is a team, yeah. It takes a village to run it, all, including the polling locations and all the workers that show up for it. It does. I'm glad that you feel that it's seamless, because that's the idea, and that's how I want it to run, that they just come in and don't know anything about it except to fill in a circle. Then that's perfect. That means we're doing it right, so that's awesome.
Well, thank you again, Liz. Well done.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Okay, on to our first order of business on the agenda, and that is the reorganization of the Select Board. We will elect a chair, a vice chair, and a clerk. Then this is based on our procedures following the election. Our first meeting right after the election, we do this, and this will be for the upcoming term. So I will start by nominating Ben Barrett to be the chair for the upcoming year. Do I have a second?
I'll second that.
Are there any other nominations? Being none, we have a motion and a second for Ben Barrett to become chair. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
5-0-0. Ben, congratulations, you're now the chair.
Thank you.
Ben, would you like to take over the meeting at this point, or would you like me to continue and finish it out?
Why don't you finish it out, Jim, and we'll just start with a fresh slate at the next one.
Wonderful. Okay.
Okay.
All right, next up is vice chair, so I will enter into nomination Ally How about getting that right? Ally Hamilton as our vice chair for the upcoming year.
I'll second that.
Any other nominations? All in favor, please say aye. Aye. 5-0-0. Congratulations, Ally. And then I will enter into nomination Glenn Maffey for clerk for the upcoming year. Do I have a second?
I'll second that.
Other nominations? Being none? All in favor, please say aye. Aye. 5-0-0. Congratulations, Glenn. Okay, so now we're all reorganized, and we'll pick that up with our next meeting. At 7:10 in our appointments, we have Carl Baldoff, our town engineer, seeking a vote from the board for for taking an acceptance documents to sign. So Carl, could I ask you to come up and just step us through what we're going to do?
Sure. Carl Baldoff, Town Engineer with the Department of Public Works. Good evening to the newly elected chair and the past chair and all the members of the board, and Jim, of course. What's before you tonight, the 4 roads that you laid out back in April, Boyden Lane, Bubbling Brook Road, the end of it, Portland Way, and Echo Way, were approved at town meeting. So they've given you authorization to do the takings and accept the easements and whatnot. So those documents are before you tonight. Each road has 2 documents, an acceptance of easement document. That document accepts easements that were granted by the developer at the time of the recording of the subdivision or shortly thereafter. The function of that is to make sure the town gets everything it needs right up front. That conveyance is not effective until you actually sign that document and accept it. The second is an order of taking for each road. The order of taking takes the rights in the road, and in a few cases, it actually takes some easements that go with it. These are the same documents we've used for years. This is the same process we've used for years. Obviously, the documents are edited for each specific roadway and situation. If you look through the documents, you know we have a number of owners on the takings. Various things happen. Ideally, it would only be from the developer, but things happen in conveyancing. So there are a number of names on the takings for each road. Not to worry about exercising your eminent domain right or damages. We have waivers for everybody that's on there. So everything is in order on these documents. So I'll ask that you vote to sign the acceptance document and vote to sign the order of taking for each road.
Thank you, Carl. Any questions for Carl?
Nope.
Jim, anything from you on this?
No, great job on this one. Appreciate it, Carl. I know we had a little bit of a bumpy road leading up to this, but we got to where we need to go, and thank you for your patience. Good job.
Of course, thank you.
Thanks, Carl. All right, let's go through the motions.
You or me?
No, go ahead.
I'll make a motion to accept the rights and easement related to Boyden Lane, Echo Way, Bubbling Brook Road, and Portland Way, and sign the acceptance documents.
Second.
All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
5-0.
I'm going to keep going. Motion to take the public rights in Boyden Lane and sign the order of taking documents.
Second.
All in favor, please say aye. Aye. 5-0.
Motion to take the public rights in Echo Way and sign the order of taking documents.
Second.
All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
5-0.
Motion to take the public rights in Bubbling Brook Road and sign the order of taking documents.
Second.
All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
5-0.
Motion to take the public rights in Portland Way and sign the order of taking documents.
Second.
And all in favor, please say aye. Aye. 5-0.
Thank you.
Carl,
As
I
a
think you're all
follow-up, once these signed documents are ready, we will attach the town meeting votes to them, and with the Mylars that you've signed earlier, we will take them to the registry and record them. The final step will be to add these roads to the state's database so that they're included with our Chapter 90. So all this stuff has an end game and a fruition. So anyway, then everything will be fully accepted. We'll record those shortly, probably next week.
Thank you, Carl.
Thanks, Carl.
Great
Take care.
update.
Have a good
Appreciate
night.
Thank you, Carl.
All right, on to new business. Jim.
So just one white item here. Declare the Kubota track loader as surplus. This item was damaged some time ago. We have an insurance claim with Maya on it. They paid us $85,000 for this, and they weren't interested in taking it back. So we're able to declare it surplus. We will be able to get a few $1,000s in parts for it. So looking to
Okay.
get rid of it.
Questions for Jim? Okay,
I'll make a motion to declare the Kubota track loader as surplus.
Second.
all in favor, please say aye. Aye. 5-0. And consent agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve the consent items as listed on the May 21st agenda.
Second.
All in favor, please say aye. Aye. 5-0. So that concludes our agenda for this evening. Could I have a motion to adjourn, please?
Did Jim want to say anything first, or?
No, I think, congratulations, everyone. Liz did a great job as usual. Really pleased being able to work with the 5 of you for another year, so thank you.
Yeah, motion to adjourn.
I'll second that.
All in favor, please say aye. Aye. 5-0. We're now adjourned. Thank you and good night.